So I've been watching a lot of my videos back and I realize I'm not the best at talking, but I need to get good at this. I was thinking back, most of the time growing up, I didn't feel like, I'm kind of a funny person sometimes, but I didn't feel like I was the wittiest in the room. And I always like equated wittiness to like intelligence. So then I always felt like I wasn't the smartest in the room. And then I almost felt like I wasn't worthy enough to be in the room. So my commentary wasn't that great. So I always talked with like this kind of doubtfulness, like this wall of doubt. Like, do I belong here? Is what I'm saying valid? Am I worthy enough to get here? And then I was thinking about it. And a lot of that also probably comes from like growing up in a house to where a lot of times when you spoke up, it was construed as you're talking back, or you're saying the wrong thing, or you're asking too many questions, or you're getting in the way. It was like every time you talked, more bad things happened than good things in the house because everybody else is just mad. I also got made fun of for two things the most: my speech and my forehead. I got made fun of for those two things the most. And my speech, I think it also came with me feeling so uncomfortable speaking that when I did speak, it was kind of ungrounded, I guess. So that also made me kind of second guess my speech a lot growing up. So I never really felt comfortable talking. These are the scariest videos for me to make right now. I can make skits all day and I can make music all day, but just getting in front of the camera and expressing my thoughts is probably the scariest one for me. So I think that's why I have to probably attack this the most, because it will probably end up giving me the most growth. I'm taking improv classes outside of this, and I'm gonna start doing this way more often now. But I think I'm gonna make a separate video on this topic, but just this idea of belief, like a lot of books, self-improvement books, they always start with the idea of belief, and then you're like, yeah, belief, whatever, and then you just go on the next chapter, like, what is the good stuff? But I think that belief is an underestimated thing because we hear it so often. But for me, I think it's gonna be one of those things where I have to decide, like, my opinions are worthy. I can talk with everybody else. If I'm not the wittiest in the room, that doesn't mean my opinions are suddenly like less valid or less worthy of being heard. Like, basically, you're worthy enough to be in this space and own it and stop second guessing that. That's basically where I gotta start coming from. And then just accepting myself fully with that and understanding that you can get better at this. And yeah, people are gonna say whatever, but you really have to like decide to own your space. Tell yourself that you're worthy to be there. So yeah, I'm just gonna end that video here. Boom. It's Mr. Sanders. Yeah, we're out with another yeah.